Welcome to number one. So if you don't already know, or if you missed the introduction, I have noticed that we're about 15% of the way through the year. And I've really been noticing what has been going on. And I really wanted to share some things that have been really working well for me that you may wish to borrow or play with or rework in a way that suits you. So the first one that I have been doing is really tracking my ta-da moments rather than my to-dos. And I think that I'm recording this on a Monday, that we can begin our week and we can write down all the things that we want to do. And unless we do them, that to-do list is meaningless. And great, we've written it down on a piece of paper, but unless it happens, it's ineffective. It's not going to do that. But I've really noticed that in order to move closer to the things that I want, I have to be really conscious of my time. And my time, like everybody's, is limited. And I can only do so many things at once within a certain week. And so I have been really noticing what the F I am doing with my time and really making a note of it. And almost in a way, justifying to myself whether that is a good use of my time. Because I know it can be so easy for me, for you, for my clients, just to get busy, just to keep loading on the to-do list, like adding more things. I should do this. I've got to learn this. I've got to go to this webinar, Maybe I should have a coffee with that person, etc. And so instead of focusing solely on, aren't I a productive person because I've written a perfect to-do list, I'm looking at what I have actually done. And it's been really harsh at times to do that process, because when I've looked at my to-do list and looked at my ta-da, my done list, sometimes I will look and go, well, I've done these things, but was that a good use of my time? Or could somebody else have done that better? Or I thought I'd done that thing. Why am I redoing it again? Or why did I have to fix that thing when I should have done X, Y, and Z? So of course, I'm trying to give myself as much kindness and compassion through that moment and through that self-analysis. But I do demand a lot of myself and go, yep, come on, Nikki, come and tell me what you've done. Yep. Okay, do you think this is a good use of your time? Right, okay. How could you have done that better? Why are you not doing that? All of that. That's my first one. It's been game changing. I've been trying it since, like with all of these, I've been trying it since January, and it really makes me justify what the Jeff I'm doing in my life and my business, and making sure that the things that I am doing are taking me closer. One thing that I also, just to give you an example, was I realized that I was being inefficient with certain things, like with my children, and I was doing too much. And many of those things they can do themselves, and they are pretty good at being independent and things like that. But even watching, and I noticed this as well, and I took it as a kind of a bit of a credit as well, my son can get his own glass of water now. And that already, it just brings such joy to my heart. It's so brilliant. He can get a glass of water. He can get a drink for himself. And I think you forget how many things we are all doing all at the same time, and that sometimes we do have to hold back a little bit, or we don't always have to be the first person who volunteers or says yes or makes, is accommodating for all of the things. Yeah, that's number one. Come back for number two.